If you're wondering when is the right time to hire another team member or maybe even an instructor, make sure you watch this video. Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer Waters and I am the hybrid martial arts coach. I work with clients all across the world to help their schools grow and become more profitable. And in today's video, we're talking about when you should hire another instructor. Okay, so legit, this is where I see a lot of people, they really mess up their profitability flow because they think that they should bring another team member, maybe another instructor on board because they've gone through some growth. Now, what we're seeing across the world is for those states, countries that have opened back up since the pandemic, people are turning to martial arts, which also means that more people are on the mat, or they might be doing virtual training in this time frame. And honestly, what that means is that sometimes as instructors, because that's where usually martial arts school owners come from first, they're usually instructors first, and then after that they become owners, right? And they seek after that profitability because, hey, if I've got to do something for a living, I might as well do something that I really enjoy. So a lot of times martial arts school owners were instructors first, which means they're thinking about the mat first. Okay, so maybe your mat's getting a little bit full. You need some other people that are in there to help you, right? Well, like I said before, it really could start cutting into your overall profitability. I want you to think about this. Number one, people come to you because you're doing a great job on the mat. They love how you teach. So my question to you is, before you bring somebody else on the mat, maybe to help out, one, do they actually know how to teach your curriculum and your system and your classes? Like, have you created a blueprint, a plan, so that you can make that happen on a consistent basis? If you don't have class plans yet and you expect somebody, just because you pay them, to suddenly learn how to teach, you're setting yourself up for some really, really bad things to happen to you. And then the second thing is, you gotta think about this. If you don't have that system, or maybe you do, maybe you have some class plans, maybe you've had somebody who's been underneath you and they've been assisting in classes. There is a big difference between someone assisting in class and someone who's actually leading the class. So before you hire that person on, make sure they legit can run an entire class from beginning to end, no issues, no problems, 80% as good as you can. If they're like at 40%, 50%, if you see the kids are starting to go nuts on the mat, or your adults are bored, they're not ready. So I know what you're thinking. Look, Jennifer, you just don't understand. Like, I need help. I've got classes that are busting at the seams, or I need to run virtual class at the same time that I'm running. Like, I can't be two different people. I get it. I totally do. But I would have you do this first. Look at your current class schedule. You can definitely change your class times around. You can create more times in which you can still teach, which overall is going to give you more profitability. That's going to allow you to reinvest your money into other things that you might need, whether that's saving for the future, whether that's getting coaching so you can scale your business, whether that's simply replacing some of the equipment that might be old in your school. It's still going to allow you to have more cash flow than it is to guarantee somebody hours. And then we're going to also talk about what happens if you bring somebody on too soon. Okay, so if you do bring them on and they have hours and they've been doing work and things like that, and you're not prepared to give them the feedback to help them grow as a team member and to clear a path for them to grow as a team member, it could be difficult when you have to cut them back in hours because they've already had an expectation set for them. However, if you first try to rearrange your class schedule, try to see what you can do with you by yourself, or look at another angle, which a lot of school owners forget about, that I would highly suggest doing first, which is, how can you get this person to help you on the administrative side, the sales side, the simply making sure that people are coming to class, this side of things. You do what you do best first and what you love the most, teaching. And then after that, when you're ready to bring somebody on board, think about bringing them on board to help you with some of the things that don't require as much personality, such as, attendance, making missing in action calls, making sure that people are showing up for their appointments, that type of thing. Look, I'm all about bringing people into this martial arts world. I love it. Actually, and honestly, my passion for bringing people on board is what's allowed me to create a $1 million team. And I call them my $1 million team because my school is doing $1 million plus a year, and we're just doing that straight from martial arts. We're not doing after school, we're not doing anything else. It's from teaching martial arts classes. We've been able to inspire people, we've been able to bring them on board, provide careers for people, provide progress for people. But we wouldn't be able to do that if we weren't also able to take care of things first. And what we've learned through all the things, especially through the pandemic, is that by simply doing something like rearranging the class schedule or providing alternate times for people to take classes, you can take your biggest, strongest players and put them on the front line, and they're gonna be able to hold that line because they love doing what they do, which is teach martial arts. And then the other support players, the other people that need to be there, they can be there doing what they need to do best as well. But for many of you guys that aren't past 100, 150, 200 students, you're thinking about hiring people to solve a problem, but your problem isn't necessarily the hire or the hours on the mat. The problem is somewhere else. You can only scale to your level of organization. Hey, if you found this video helpful, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe to whatever channel this is on, because we want to bring you more and more videos just like this. Make sure you drop a comment and let us know what you liked about this video.